Welcome, fellow adventurers, to the ultimate Dawn Piece traits tier list, crafted to guide every player, whether you're just stepping into the Roblox world or a seasoned veteran looking to dominate the battlefield. Traits are the heart of your character's power in Dawn Piece, offering multiplicative bonuses to stats like weapon damage, defense, speed, and critical hit chances. These unique abilities, visible in the stats menu's bottom left corner, can be a game changer. But not all are created equal. With the update 0.5 bringing fresh tweaks, we're diving deep into the 14 traits available, ranking them from the weakest to the strongest. This guide is designed for everyone. Newbies can learn the basics, mid-tier players can strategize their next move, and experts can refine their mastery. We'll explore each trait's strengths, weaknesses, and ideal use cases, ensuring you know exactly when to reroll or store them using gems or tokens. So grab your gear and let's journey from the bottom to the top of this tier list. Don't forget to drop your favorite trait in the comments and hit that like button. C tier, the starting point. The C tier represents the baseline of Dawn Piece traits, offering minimal benefits that might serve as a temporary foothold for new players, but quickly lose relevance as you progress. These traits are the foundation from which you'll build, yet they lack the punch needed for serious challenges. With only 3 entries, this tier is a reminder that re-rolling should be a priority to unlock your character's true potential. Let's break them down and see what they bring to the table. First, the culling. This trait provides a modest increase to damage output, a small perk that might help in the earliest stages of the game. However, its effect is so limited, often less than a 10% boost, that it barely registers in PvP or PvE encounters, making it more of a placeholder than a power boost. It's the kind of trait you might rely on while figuring out the controls or gathering your first resources, but it won't hold up against tougher foes. The best approach is to treat culling as a stepping stone, saving up gems or tokens to re-roll into something more impactful as soon as your inventory allows, especially since its lack of versatility limits its use across different game modes like raids or duels. Now, neutral steps in as a balanced option, aiming to enhance all stats slightly without specializing in any area. Unfortunately, this jack-of-all-trades approach results in a master-of-none scenario, with bonuses typically hovering around a 5 to 8% increase across the board. It's a safe choice for those unsure of their playstyle, offering a gentle introduction to the game's mechanics without locking you into a specific role. You might use it to experiment with different weapons or strategies while you plan your next move, but its lack of specialization means it won't shine in mid-game challenges. Consider keeping neutral briefly, then re-roll when you're ready to commit to a stronger path. Here we are with none, which, as the name suggests, offers virtually no bonuses, serving as a default or fallback option when other traits aren't available. Its stat increase is negligible, often rounding to 0 in practical terms, making it the weakest link in the chain. New players might encounter none at the start due to random allocation, and it can feel frustrating in early combat where even a slight edge matters. Storing it could be an option if you're out of resources, but the goal should always be to move beyond this trait as quickly as possible, focusing on accumulating enough currency to secure a more viable choice for your adventures. B tier, the middle ground. Stepping up to B tier, we enter a realm of traits that offer a solid foundation for mid-game progression. This tier includes 5 traits that cater to a variety of playstyles, providing noticeable but not overwhelming boosts, typically ranging from 15 to 25%. These options are perfect for players who have moved past the initial grind and are looking to establish a reliable strategy. While not the elite of the game, B tier traits can hold their own with the right approach, making them a worthwhile consideration before aiming higher. Let's explore what they offer. First, the Arcane is up first, tailored for players who favor a magical playstyle, enhancing spell-based damage with a roughly 20% boost. This makes it a strong pick for those wielding wands or staves, adding potency to high mana cost skills, though it leaves physical stats like defense or speed untouched. It's a niche choice, ideal for dedicated casters who build around magical abilities, but it won't serve balanced or melee-focused players well. You might pair it with magical gear to maximize its effect, yet its lack of support for other areas suggests re-rolling if your strategy shifts toward a hybrid or defensive playstyle. Next, Swordsman steps into the spotlight geared toward close combat enthusiasts with a 15-20% increase to melee weapon damage and a slight uptick in attack frequency. This enhances the effectiveness of swords or fists, making it a reliable option for players who prefer face-to-face fights. However, it doesn't address defense or mobility, leaving you vulnerable to ranged attacks or fast opponents. It suits aggressive players willing to take risks, But careful planning, such as pairing it with defensive gear or teammates, is key to maximizing its potential in tougher encounters. Now, Striker brings agility to the table, increasing movement speed and attack frequency with a 20% boost to speed and a minor increase in attack rate. This is perfect for hit-and-run tactics or evading danger, allowing you to control the battlefield with dynamic gameplay. However, it sacrifices durability and raw power, with defense bonuses often below 10%, which can leave you exposed in prolonged battles. Striker is a strong choice for quick strikes, but it benefits from complementary strategies like health potions or support traits to round out its weaknesses. Here we are with Titan, built for resilience with a 25% increase to defense and a moderate health boost, turning your character into a sturdy tank. This excels in situations requiring endurance, such as boss fights or drawn-out skirmishes, though it lags in offense and speed, with damage and movement bonuses typically under 10%. It's perfect for defensive players or those supporting a team, offering a solid wall against enemy attacks. Consider combining it with damage-boosting items to balance its focus if you want a more versatile approach. Finally, Strong offers a general power boost, improving both damage and defense with a 15 to 20% increase across both stats. This provides a balanced yet unremarkable enhancement, working for most playstyles without excelling in any single area. It's a reliable companion during the mid-game, offering stability as you explore different roles. But players aiming for dominance will likely seek to upgrade beyond this trait. Its versatility is its strength, though it lacks the specialization needed for elite challenges, making it a good transitional option. A tier, the competitive edge. A tier elevates the game with 3 traits that deliver significant advantages, ideal for players ready to compete at a higher level. These traits strike a balance between power and practicality, with bonuses typically ranging from 30-40%, making them valuable assets as you approach the late game. Their versatility and strength make them a worthy investment for players looking to refine their skills, serving as a bridge to the elite S tier. Let's see what they bring to the fight. Emperor leads off, significantly boosting weapon damage with a 35-40% increase, making it a powerhouse for players focused on dealing maximum harm. This is particularly effective in offensive scenarios like boss battles or PvP duels, where raw power can turn the tide, though its lack of defensive perks can leave you exposed to counterattacks. It's a top choice for damage dealers, but it demands strategic resource management. Pair it with healing items or a supportive team to mitigate its vulnerabilities and dominate the battlefield with precision. Now, Warrior takes the stage, a well-rounded trait that enhances both attack and defense with a 30% boost to damage and a 25% increase to defense. This offers a versatile option for players seeking balance, adaptable to various situations from solo quests to team play, without reaching the extremes of specialized traits. Its dual focus allows it to handle diverse challenges, though it may not outshine single-focus traits in specific roles. Warrior is a solid pick for those transitioning to advanced gameplay, providing a stable platform to build upon with additional gear or skills. Here we are with Supreme, emphasizing speed and critical hit potential with a 35% increase to movement speed and a 20-25% boost to critical hit chance. This is designed for players who prioritize agility and precision, excelling in fast-paced encounters where quick strikes and devastating blows are key. However, its lower durability, with defense bonuses often below 15%, can be a drawback in sustained fights. Supreme suits aggressive, mobile players who can leverage its speed, though it demands skillful play and supplementary defense strategies to compensate for its weaknesses. S tier, the pinnacle of power. At the top, S tier houses the 3 most formidable traits in Dawn Piece, reserved for those who have mastered the game's mechanics and are ready to reign supreme. These traits offer the highest bonuses, often exceeding 50%, and rarest occurrences, requiring patience and investment to obtain. S tier represents the ultimate goal, where power and prestige converge, making them the envy of every player. Their exclusivity and strength make them the crown jewels of any build. Let's dive into these elite options. Overlord kicks things off, the king of damage that maximizes weapon output with a 50-60% increase, turning your character into a force of destruction. This is perfect for tackling the toughest bosses or dominating PvP arenas with overwhelming force. Though its exclusivity means re-rolling efforts must be persistent, often requiring hundreds of gems. It's the dream trait for players focused on dealing damage, promising unparalleled strength when paired with high-damage weapons and a supportive setup, making it a centerpiece for offensive strategies. Next, Stylish Bandit Slayer blends flair with function, enhancing both weapon damage and speed with a 45% boost to damage and a 30% increase to movement speed. This appeals to players who value aesthetics alongside performance, excelling in dynamic combat scenarios where style meets substance. Its rarity makes it a coveted prize, often requiring multiple rerolls and strategic resource allocation to secure, but the payoff is a standout presence on the battlefield. It's ideal for those willing to invest time and effort to combine elegance with power. Here we are with Heroic, focused on defense and critical hit chances, transforming your character into a resilient threat capable of unexpected power surges. It offers a 50% increase to defense and a 35% boost to critical hit probability, shining in prolonged battles where its defensive edge and critical potential can turn the tide. Its balanced approach makes it a masterpiece for enduring and excelling in the game's most challenging moments, though its high rarity demands patience. Heroic suits players aiming for longevity and impact, complementing a variety of builds with its dual benefits. As we wrap up this Dawn Piece traits tier list, you now have the tools to navigate from C tier to S tier with confidence, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned player. From the modest start with culling, neutral, and none to the powerful heights of Overlord, stylish Bandit Slayer, and Heroic, this guide helps you master rerolls, gems, and storage strategies. Experiment with your playstyle, stay updated with community codes for extra boosts, and watch your character thrive. Drop your favorite trait in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe for more guides, and ring the bell for updates. We've got exciting content ahead, so join us next time. Happy gaming, everyone!